Have you ever noticed that when finally things start to slow down, imagine you're trying to practice meditation or mindfulness, your mind all of a sudden starts to get louder. It starts to create this irritability for most people. Calmness just doesn't feel peaceful as it should. It feels uncomfortable, restless, and maybe even threatening. And we often spend a bulk of our time avoiding that state so that we can avoid those sensations. But there's a biological reason for this that's getting in your way of your ability to meditate, to be able to get a skill that I believe, and I've been saying in many videos, that in the digital age you need. A practice that allows your brain to reset, recharge, and reboot. And in today's video, we're going to explain why this isn't a weakness, or a personality type. It's about conditioning. We've conditioned our brain to reject these states of calmness, of clarity that are very important for our health and our well-being, and as well to level up our creativity and to our longevity as well. So, if you want to be able to master mindfulness, silence, and eventually create a peaceful state that is permanent, you want to stay tuned to this video. We're going to see why people have such a difficult time meditating. If you like this video, of course, give it a like, share with somebody that you think would benefit. So let me quickly open up here a little presentation. Of course, if you don't know me, I'm Dr. Brian Ramos, the creator of Zen Brain Academy and also the author of The Art of Stress-Free Living and also Inside Out Calm. And all right, so you can retrain your brain from meditation. But what I want you to understand is that for most people, this is going to be a challenge. And it's natural that if I've never practiced mindfulness or meditation, I don't take time to be. I'm always doing. I wake up. My time for being is probably when I pass out of that night. I wake up the next day to do. So we go on overdrive, the stress pathway, and then we hope that we can have enough juice left to go to the parasympathetic to let go and fall asleep. But because we spend a lot of time here, it deteriorates our ability to go into the parasympathetic and also the quality of our sleep. And in addition, it makes it very difficult for us to be able to meditate. So just keep that in mind that the challenge that we often feel with meditation is natural. Don't give up. You have to train your brain to accept this type of state because calmness won't be registered as safe. Your nervous system is not going to seek peace. It's going to seek familiarity. And if what you've given it is this feel, agitation, a lot of thought train, a lot of activity, then it's not going to feel comfortable when I go to sit back and I try to meditate and I try to be calm. Stress has been constant, and therefore calmness is going to feel unsafe, unnatural. It's going to feel strange for your nervous system. This is because when stress repeats, the nervous system is learning what? Hypervigilance is what's safe. It's what I need to keep going and going and to keep myself in check. Vigilance equals protection, whereas relaxation is uncertainty. But remember, no growth comes without that certain level of uncertainty. You got to push yourself to experience new things. And that discomfort that you feel is your body and your brain telling you to kind of, this doesn't feel good. I don't want to do this, but push through. And there's going to be a lot of great things for you around the corner. So alertness, in a sense, becomes your default mechanism, not calmness. So stress is going to feel normal because not because we like it, it's because it's familiar. It's not about being something good for us. So many people confuse familiarity with preference. Stress is going to feel normal because your system knows it. Calmness is going to feel risky. Why? Because it's unfamiliar. And you have to experience it repeatedly for your nervous system eventually to embrace it. And once it embraces it, it likes to settle there. It feels good. It feels healing. You're going to look forward to it. You're going to want more. And it's going to make the meditative or mindfulness state or that state of calmness, whatever you do to kind of unwind and relax with presence, it's going to start to feel good. And your nervous system will then be able to downshift quicker. So remember, Relaxation is going to start to trigger a safety scan. You're going to start to look for alertness. Thoughts are going to come in that often we want to suppress, things that our brain may associate with danger or discomfort. Thoughts are going to increase and our body's going to feel uneasy. This is a safety reflex that we have to overcome. It's similar reflexes and instinctive responses that are present at other levels of this practice that I won't get into in this video, but that the ego, the mind are have built in to prevent you from going deeper and deeper into these deeper states of consciousness that are very good for you. So calmness can be retrained. Chronic stress, overstimulation, your system is on. Then when calmness appears, your nervous system doesn't trust it yet. So you have to teach it to accept this state. Your nervous system, remember, has neuroplasticity and it can learn through experience, not explanation. So just because I am sharing today this with you, if you sit and listen and don't take action and don't put yourself in that state of discomfort, you're not going to train your brain to accept it. So make sure that you experience it. You don't just study it. You're not listening to me say it. You could sit by the side of a guru, a teacher, and a master for many years, and your progress will be slow if you don't take action. So make sure to put it into practice. Calmness only becomes safe through that repetition. So here's a 90-second safe calm practice that I want you to try. This doesn't force relaxation. It's going to teach your nervous system to slowly, gradually embrace calmness as something that is safe. I want you to sit, preferably. You could be standing as well. I want you to soften your gaze. It may be more comfortable for you to have your eyes slightly open as opposed to maybe having them completely closed. Slow your exhale. You want to make that exhale longer than the inhale. Inhale. And then exhale slowly. Notice one neutral, pleasant sensation as you're doing this. Start to connect that state with something pleasant rather than something that you reject. You want to stay curious and not intense. You want to slowly allow the dust to settle, and that mind is going to slowly relax. If noise arises in that silence, I want you to observe it and then let that pass without judgment. Remember, this is going to be similar to as if you were watching a cloud. The cloud comes and then it goes, and comes and then it goes. And your thoughts are going to come and go. But if we're always filling, the thought train is going to come very quickly. And that's going to cause this sort of chaos in my brain that whenever I sit, I'm going to notice it and it's going to not feel good. And I'm going to start to reject it. I'm going to give up. So what we want is to integrate that, to accept it, to allow the thoughts to come and go. And over time, we're going to realize that we're not the thoughts, we're not the emotions. They're going to come and go. We're the conscious being having an experience. And we slowly learn to embrace a different state of calmness that we carry also throughout the day. And it's going to make that practice easier whenever I set aside time for that practice. Because remember, if we go, we're going to burn out. It's going to impact our mental and physical health. So remember, calmness is not a skill. I'm sorry, it is a skill. It's not a switch. It's not something that you turn on quickly. So you don't make calmness happen overnight. It's something that you have to teach your nervous system over time. With repetition, that resistance is going to fade, and eventually you're going to create through practice the neurochemical changes, a state that is just blissful, calm, and able to practice meditation, mindfulness, or some other sort of quiet practice. If you want to train your nervous system towards calmness, at Zen Brain Academy, we can do this. Try for free for 2 weeks. You can learn nervous system regulation practice, how to stay safe, calm through practice, tools for stress reset and stress relief, how to, for example, turn stress into flow, how to enhance your focus and your emotional stability. You don't force calm, remember, you got to retrain your nervous system to trust it. All right. I hope to see you on the other side. I'll see you next week. Take care. Stay Zen.